So as you can see, the rain did come in and it postponed this Premiership meeting between Somerset and Wolverhampton. Both teams present in the pitch, ready to go. Everybody was buoyant for a good meeting, but alas, the rains fell and the decision was made as early as possible. However, we did manage to speak to one or two of the riders just before the meeting was called, and earlier on in the day some of the riders swapped their bikes for their golf clubs and headed down the road for the Rebels' annual golf day. So let's hear a little bit more about that. The festivities have started early in the day. The annual Somerset Rebels Golf Day has been happening today, and Andrew Marsh has been putting that on as well. You've had a great day today?
Yeah, it's been good. It's a little bit of rain earlier on, but generally the weather's been pretty good, and it's been another good day. 6th year we've done it. Not quite as many teams this year, but it's still been a good day.
The smiles here, everybody's here, just has some food, presentations. Certainly get the great atmosphere that you've built up today.
Well, the one aim I've got, obviously, one thing I want to try and do is raise money for the Speedway Club, but certainly more than anything, as long as everyone who plays enjoys the day, that's fine by me. Sounds
good. Now I'm just going to pass over to Ronnie here. Very familiar figure down here at Somerset Speedway and Speedway in GB as well. Good game today?
Some good, some bad, and some very indifferent.
Still smiling though?
Oh yeah, always enjoy my game of golf.
What I would like to know, you were joined by two of the Rebels riders today, Jake Allen, Aaron Sommers.
Yep.
Did you keep your eye on them?
Well, they were a couple of groups ahead, but I occasionally just popped across, just had a look and see how they were hitting the ball.
Yeah, so yeah, they had to play fair.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, well, it's great for you to be part of this today, and like I said, raise some money for the club as well. It's important these days as well.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, just let us know, Andrew, of where that money comes. Is going to go to for the club, and what the golf days has brought to the club in the past.
Well, like I say, 6th year we've done it. Just with what we raised today, it's taken over £11,000 as a total amount that we've raised. Started back in 2013 when the air fence was a requirement to race in 2014, and very hastily arranged that year and ran a quite a successful day later in the year, which helped the club survive into 2014. And yeah, from there it's sort of grown, and it's a popular date. A lot of people have been here year after year. There's one team that's played in all 6 events, and it's very good of them. They're actually finishing the prizes today. Didn't include my father, but he beat me, but there we go. No, I was pleased for that. And yeah, the things we've bought over the year, after the air fence, all these ongoing costs that we help with the repair of airbags and different stuff from there. The scoreboard was one of the
come
things.
in handy for Ronnie as well,
yeah,
I suppose.
No, yes, yeah. It took a while to arrive, but when it did arrive, it's a very valuable addition to the facilities for spectators. And yeah, we'll continue. I don't really specify to Debbie and Gary and Bill to what it goes towards. I'll leave it up to them, because I know they'll spend it wisely in the best interest of the club.
Well, I think, first of all, Ronnie, thanks for being a part of today, and all the golfers as well, and Andrew for putting this event on. Like you said, very valuable to the club, and I'm sure they really appreciate it as well. So enjoy the meeting tonight. You're going to watch it. You're going to relax tonight, Ronnie.
Definitely relaxing.
Yeah, just relax.
Watch it. Holiday.
No pushing of the buttons tonight.
None whatsoever.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you.
Aaron Sommers, just before the meeting tonight in the pits. You've been enjoying yourself out on the green today, haven't you, in the golfing day?
Yeah, it's good. Broke my journey up as well. I came down yesterday, so yeah, had a bit of fun out there playing today. I haven't played for a few years, so it's good fun.
You and Jake out there on the green. Who got the better of who?
I don't know. Jake was in one of the other teams, so I don't really know. But I've seen a few of his shots, and I was having a bit of a laugh. But I can't talk. Mine weren't really much better either. I have heard that a few of the balls wasn't recovered during the day. No, we did. There was a sweepstake thing for how many balls were lost, and I actually picked the right amount of numbers for balls. It was 137 balls, I think, between us all we lost. So it's quite a lot out there. Well, it's great to see you smiling, and I guess it's really chilled you out, and also taking your mind off the meeting tonight as well. You had some food, you chilled out. Now, however, we're in the pits, you're getting ready, bike's ready. Got to ask you about the weather at the moment. It can't make its mind up. What are you thinking? Have you looked at the track? I haven't really looked at the track. Obviously, I was here pretty early, and track was kind of dry. They were just sort of saving it just in case it would get a heavy shower. But it's not making the ground that wet here in the pits, so I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. So just looking forward to getting out there and racing your bike? Yeah, definitely, always. It's my job, so I always want to get out and ride as much as I can. And I know you've only raced a few meetings for us, but glad to be a Rebel? Yeah, for sure. Struggled the first few and sort of get my way set last week here at home in paid 8, so hopefully we can continue from there. Business end of the season. We were just talking to Rory in the Wolverhampton camp actually a minute ago, and
sort of saying about the fact that the meetings are closing in now, and it's sort of like every meeting you've got to try and get as many points as you can.
Yeah, really got to push on, if we want to make them playoffs. We've got to get every point we can.
Well, have a great night, stay safe, ride fast. Let's get these points on the board for the Rebels, yeah?
Cheers, thank you.
We're joined in the pits by Rory Schlein just before the meeting tonight. Rory, good to see you last week. Enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good. I've always enjoyed riding here, so good opportunity to get some laps in, and it was a tough ask to replace Doyley, but Swindon are a good side, so did okay. But I think the main important thing for Somerset last week, they got the win over a solid side that were in a good bit of run of form, so dominated Swindon the way they did, which I've pretty much warned the boys, coming here today. So, but we all like the track as well. So, weather could, you never know, be a bit of a wet leveller. It's light drizzle at the minute, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's one of those at the moment, isn't it, sort of thing. I've got to touch on your form this season, right at the top of the averages in the Championship League, and doing really, really well in the Premiership as well. You've got to be happy with your form.
Yeah, at the end of the day, coming back for some of the injuries we had, a few years ago, it was more just enjoying me racing, because there were times that we probably shouldn't have been back riding anyway. So, but our attitude hasn't changed even from last year. Last year was more of just a stabilising year. We just enjoyed it and raced and scored well. And this year's we approached it the same. We started very well. We've levelled off a little bit now, but we've had to move up in the order in both teams, and but still scoring points. And that's the. I've always said if I can come away with 8-10 points everywhere, I'm doing my job. It's as simple as that.
We're starting to look at that playoff place now. Matches are sort of drawing in. It's getting important to get every point now.
Yeah, well, being part of two sides, you do sometimes get different vibes in different sides. But Wolves, we've made a change, and we've done the same at Ipswich. We've made changes very similar timing, and the attitudes have been very similar. So. We know this year every point counts because obviously everyone knows there hasn't been many away wins, and home wins are very important. So at the end of the day, it's every point's critical. So our attitude will be we keep it tight. As long as we keep it tight, we're in the shout for points on the road.
Excellent. Now, you've been involved in British Speedway for a long time now. Great servant. No, I mean that in the great sense of the word. Yeah. There are a few riders that we know that choose not to come to British Speedway. What do you find that really helps you in British Speedway being here? I
was brought up a little bit earlier than some of the other lads who probably don't choose to race here. I was always told and went through the process. If you wanted to be good at Speedway, you got to go to England. And when we left the shores, we didn't think about riding in Poland or anything. It was just let's get to England and be success there, and the other leagues would come after that. So I come over at the time when Crumpy and Adamsy and Rickartson and even Gollop was here. So I've sort of come. I was in one era to the next era. I've seen the change, and obviously with silencers and engines, I've seen the change as well. So it's. For me, England, you still need, you look at the riders now, you look at Magic Janowski, he's been to England before, and I'm pretty sure he said in the past that, England was very good for him, for his technique, technical stuff, and, I always think England will be more beneficial for riders in the long run than it is, not doing it. So it is, I would say, the home of world speedways. I know it was invented in Australia, but when everyone wants to go make a living out of Speedway, where do they go? They come to England. So for me, England Speedway is a must for anyone, any young Speedway rider, whether you're Australian, British or Swedish, you got to come to England. So it's been a bit sad to see it sort of decline a little bit, but hopefully we can get things turned around and get more bums and seats.
That's it. Maybe just going in a new direction. It's ready to go in a new direction. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Rory, thanks ever so much for your time tonight. Have a safe night out there. Ride fast. And thanks for supporting British Speedway.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.